A few weeks ago, I reviewed the Jordan 3 Green Glow, and in that video, I said I don't really love that colorway on a black Jordan 3. So what do? I'm about to review another Green Glow colorway, but I do think the green on this shoe looks slightly better than it did on the Jordan 3s. Air Jordan 1 Green Glow. The shoe is dropping on April 20th for $180. This should come in full family sizing. Now the Green Glow colorway was originally introduced by Jordan Brand in 2013. You saw it on shoes like the Jordan 4 Green Glow. I think the Kobe 8 Green Glow? That was a pretty nice shoe, and this year they brought it back with the Jordan 3 Green Glow. I wouldn't be too surprised if they introduced this color on another shoe. It's kind of what they do. They pick a few colorways every year and just hammer it home and smash it into your head. Last year was like the Lucky Green. This year we've seen quite a few yellow ochres, and now this one. And first impressions, like I said at the intro of my video, I think I like this kind of Green Glow shoe better than the Green Glow on the black Jordan 3s. I just think with some white on the mid panel, it makes the shoe look better. Obviously, people tie this color to like the Tiffany colorways. I've never really loved those shoes, to be honest, even though they're grails for a lot of people. But I do think this shoe is pretty nice. I don't own a single thing that's like luxury brand or anything, so the whole Tiffany connection doesn't really connect with me. I just don't love that green. It reminds me of mint chocolate more than anything else. Usually the only type of green that I really keep in my collection are like darker shades of green, not even like Lucky Green. So like the SB Pine greens, obviously, the Jordan 5 Oregon green. It's a very loud shoe, but I just like how different it is. Obviously the Jordan 4 olive, that kind of green is my favorite. Like the green on this t-shirt. You can buy one on the link below, but that's the type of green that I usually go for. This one is just slightly too glowy, slightly too bright and light for my liking. But overall, it's a nice colorway. I know online a lot of people have said they really like this colorway. So if you do, I think these are going to be pretty easy to get. And the materials on the shoe, the toe box area does feel really soft, and you can see the texture of the leather. And you can see that leather texture all around the heel counter and the ankle collar. They've gone with this kind of aesthetic for quite a few Jordan 1s lately, but the leather in general, it is pretty soft. And of course you have the Wings logo around the ankle collar. And then moving up on the tongue, it is a pretty standard Jordan 1 nylon tongue with a Nike Air tag to top it off. And the Jordan 1s comes with a rubber cup sole with a Nike Air unit on the heel. The shoe, they didn't make the sole a sale color. Thank God, just made it white. They've come to their senses, at least for this shoe anyway. And then the classic rubber outsole, you see the concentric pattern over here. Just one of the best, iconic, legendary, timeless, all the good words. And a rubber cup sole, if you've never worn like an Air Force One or a Nike Dunk Low, it is pretty clunky. It does feel pretty flat to the ground. The cushioning does not feel that good. And it also is heavier compared to like a polyurethane midsole or like a Phylon midsole. However, Jordan 1s originally came out in the mid 80s, so can't really expect too much. And the insole of the shoe, not Dream Cell, not polyurethane, just these cheap garbage insoles. Honestly, I feel like all Jordan 1s should come with the best insoles, just because the shoe itself is not the most comfortable. I feel like they need to make up for it for paying $180, but I know it's never gonna happen. Now the shoe does come with one extra set of laces. No surprise, the same set of green laces. Out of the two, I think the black is the one that I would go for. The green laces are just too much. Too much green. I already don't love this type of green, so adding more just really doesn't help. And again, I stress, if you like this colorway, I'm not trying to offend you. It's a personal opinion, completely subjective, but I do think the black laces on the shoe is the one that I would go for. And the box of the shoe, no surprises here, just the Jordan 1 Nike box with green. And in terms of sizing comfort, I'm a size 9.5 true to size. I do have big fat wide feet, but for Jordan 1s, I stick true to size. I think it's one of the Jordans that actually fit my wide feet pretty well. So going true to size, the length is not too long. When I go up half a size in Jordan 1s, I feel like there's too much room in the toe box area, and then the creasing starts to look really ugly. So I go true to size. Nowhere on the shoe does it feel too tight or too stiff. The Jordan 1s, I will say, are slightly more padded, especially around the ankles, compared to the Jordan 1 Low. And I know some narrow footers, they prefer to go down half a size for the Jordan 1 Lows. As a wide footer, low, high, I go true to size for Jordan 1s no matter what. And in terms of the comfort, like I said before, it's a very old shoe. It's got a rubber cup sole, One Nike Air unit on the heel, not much cushioning. It's a very flat to the ground shoe. Michael Jordan specifically wanted his first Nike shoe to be flat to the ground. He really wanted to feel the court, so this is what Michael Jordan wanted. But if you're wearing this just for like casual use, there's not really much problems unless you're wearing it like all day, every day, then there's a lot more comfortable shoes than this one. However, it's a Jordan 1. Who's buying this to be like super comfortable? And that brings the total sole score of the Jordan 1 Green Glow to 24 out of 40. Pretty low score compared to other general releases. And first it is colorway. Like I said, it's pretty nice. It's nothing elite, nothing I get too excited over. I know some people will really like this colorway. For me personally, it's not really a favorite of mine. It's just decent. Now in terms of the materials, I think it's pretty nice, at least for Jordan 1 standards. It does feel pretty soft, especially in the toe box area. And in terms of the comfort of the Jordan 1 in 2024, 40 years after the initial release, it's definitely not one of the more comfortable shoes, all things considered. What I do really like about the Jordan 1s is the padding around the ankle collar. That's always been pretty nice, and inside the shoe as well, pretty nicely padded, but the cushioning, the heaviness and bulkiness, it's not everyone's cup of tea. You're wearing these to look good, not for comfort. And in terms of the versatility of the shoe, I think the Jordan 1s is obviously the most iconic, probably, or at least the most timeless in my opinion. It's not my favorite, the Jordan 5 is my favorite, but I think this shape and this silhouette, it will never go out of style. It is so wearable. And in terms of the wearability of the colorway, the green is quite different. I know it kind of has that Tiffany appeal, so some people might think it's super wearable. It just really reminds me of like mint chocolate chip, and I can't unsee it. So I think it's pretty wearable, but objectively, there's a lot more other wearable colorways in this one. But yeah, it's not too bad. No one's gonna be like, what the f does that person have on his feet? Not the most subtle, but it's not the most out there. I think out of all the Green Glow colorways, and I can't remember all of them throughout history off the top of my head, but the one that stands out to me is the Kobe 8 Green Glow. I think that is the nicest one so far. The Jordan 4 Green Glow is pretty nice, but I do think there are a lot more other Jordan 4s that I prefer over that one. This one, even though I think it's better than the Jordan 3 Green Glow, I don't think it's even going to be in my like top 30 sneakers of 2024. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Sole Inclined. Let me know what you think of the Jordan 1 Green Glow. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come, so wear your shoes.